Hello. Off in the distance there, I see that. I'm not blind, guys. Bring it up. Stanny boy. Same picture as his driver's license.
Wow, look at that grouping. That kind of shooting takes considerable practice.
Oh yeah. Of course, it doesn't zoom in on the grouping, it pretty much zooms on this. Give me this. One more. There you go. Full on fingerprint. Alright.
Looks like this area is clean. Way to be thorough.
They left food? Jerks. Of course, they're not exactly a garbage can around here. So, alright.
I can't think of anything else for you.
Thought I'd ask. Okay then. Let's go have a little chat with Craig. See what he's got to say about it, all of this that's going on. It's a nice situation. There it is. Same model as our mobile analysis unit, just with a different skin on it. Because look, it even says Denali right there. Same stuff. Of course, you know, changed the front end a little bit too. How you doing, Craigie? Well, we'll start off. Are you Craig Landers?
I am indeed Craig Landers.
Good
Game
to
designer,
know.
Visionary, master of the universe. I'd invite you into my office, but it's a little cramped. What's up?
Las Vegas Crime Lab. We've got a few questions.
Ooh, sounds serious. I'll see if I can whip up a few answers. Is it serious, guys?
Oh, it is. Start with a little crypticness. When was the last time you saw Stan Division?
Must have been, yeah, last night sometime. Why, you looking for him? Try the LZP demo booth. Dude lives there.
Oh, we've been there.
Dude died there last night. Murdered, Mr. Landers.
What is this? What, some kind of joke or something? Hey, you're not kidding, are you? Hey, that's crazy! He was breathing the last time I saw him, which must have been around 10 p.m. after the party. We walked to my car. Here.
Did ya? So how was your relationship with Stan? Well,
he was like my brother. I mean, LZP was our mutual thing, grew out of what we had. Which was friendship, but like all brothers, we had our problems. You know, business stuff. But we went back to the birth of LZP. Anyway, he invited me to this launch party last night, so you can see we were tight, even now. Of course, with a demanding dude like that, control freak, he's bound to rub people the wrong way. You'll have a lot of suspects to sort out. Maybe I can help.
No, according to our file, we only have 3 suspects. Why are you staying in your car?
Just happen to be between gigs, but with my rep, hey, I'll find something. One of the reasons I'm here at the show is to network and let people know I'm available. See, most designers would be at the show on somebody else's expense account, but right now, I'm on my own dime. Only, I don't have many at that.
Poor man, got it. How long have you been parked here?
Since opening day of the trade show? Guys, you're not gonna bust me for camping out, are you? I'm doing business. Give me a break. Have a heart. Don't make me move my wheels.
Not our
Parking
department.
garage security isn't the crime lab's deal, but I can see why you like the location. Pretty close to the convention center.
Yep.
You're right about that. I'm not in Vegas for the gambling. A game expo like this is a prime opportunity for a designer like me to hook up with a new company. Easy for somebody with my record to talk to the top people and recruiters. Plus, I gotta stay current. See what the competition's up to and where the virtual world is heading.
Must be pretty tough, playing video games all day.
You have no idea.
It must be tough eating donuts all day. No offense, but as often as you hear that, I get what you said. This is a tough, demanding business. Kill or be killed. I meant that figuratively.
Of course you did. Did you see Maya win last night?
Maya? Yes. Yeah, sure. Great girl. Woman. We connected. I've always had a kind of thing for Asian beauties, and she sure qualifies. And smart and funny. Wow. We took off after the party and had a few drinks and wound up in my my little four-wheel suite here.
Did
Yeah,
you
we
discuss
know.
her outburst with Stan?
Maybe I better go for full disclosure here. One of the things we bonded over was our mutual frustration with Stan, and what a tyrant he's been lately.
Okay.
It's a bummer to think about now.
Sure it is. What time were you and Maya together?
Oh, well, I wasn't exactly watching my watch, but I'd say just before midnight. We were together in on the back seat there till 1:30ish. Tried to do the gentlemanly thing and offer her a ride, but she said, "Oh, don't be silly. She could walk." It was just one of the outlying buildings attached to the Sphere complex.
All right. Where were you after she left?
Where else? So right here in my office, which is also my bedroom. I played a few games on my handheld and finally drifted off to sleep.
All right. Do you own a .22 handgun?
Yeah. Legally purchased in California and registered to me. Why?
Why did you bring a gun with you to Vegas?
Did I break some statute or something? It's just Stan and Andy suggested I bring it. Something about getting the team into the reality behind first-person shooting games. Stan knew I have a gun and know my way around firearms. He thought I could give the gang a few tips.
Alright. Warrant! Is this your Fuzzy and Bill shirt?
Yeah, there it is. I was handing them out at the show to, hype up the characters. Where'd you find it?
We found this at the crime scene.
Why is it torn?
I have no idea. Maybe someone tore one I handed out?
Mind if we look around your car?
Hey, I do want to help, but they say a man's home is his castle, and right now, these wheels are all the castle I've got. I know all about my rights, including you needing a search warrant first.
Don't worry about it. Can we get your fingerprints and do a gunpowder test?
That I'll do. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything. Stan's death is a shock to me. Do your tests.
Alright. Thank you. Did you design a game scenario where you would kill Mr. Everson?
Game map of killing... Oh, come on, you can't be serious. That was a joke, an inside joke, which was the last thing I designed at LZP before we fell out, and I left the company.
What was Stan's reaction to your game level there?
Surprisingly, he wasn't thrilled. He had a sick sense of humor. We had that in common, a kind of dark, practical joker streak, so I thought he'd laugh.
Alright.
But all of a sudden, Stan reacted like he'd grown a stick up his butt. That was the last reason I needed to hasta la vista.
Uh-huh. Why'd you leave the company you helped form, Mr. Landers?
It was just time. I'd been in on the ground floor of LZP and helped guide its direction for years, but Stan was moving us into increasingly more violent games, and I was thinking we were getting... I'm no prude or censor, but we were definitely skirting the edge of irresponsible, okay? Kids get access to these games, even the restricted ones, and I got into this field to give players entertainment, challenging entertainment sometimes just sheer fun. But blowing people away in increasingly realistic explosions of blood and brains and bone, well, let's just say it wasn't my dream.
Understandable. How the hell would we even know that yet? We haven't run the prints. You collect the evidence, sometimes you don't even have to run it, and they just give you these dialogue options.
Back in better days, Stan and I shared a kind of warped sense of humor. Maybe I was trying to get that back, or maybe I was just trying to get back at him. But it doesn't matter, because I didn't even shoot it. That was Maya.
Okay, did you put a scorpion in Stan's bed?
I'm staying perfectly straight with you guys. Yes, I put it there. It was one of the little guys I rounded up out in the desert.
Alright.
Why'd you put it in his bed?
Haven't you heard anything I've said? We were practical jokers. Stan and me, even Andy. I know it sounds like bizarre video gamer bonding, but it's true.
Alrighty. We will be back, sir. Let's see. Wow, that's great. This thing was still cycling. Okay. Now, how about we run some prints? we already know that's gonna match, thanks.
I'm starting to wonder how anti-violence Craig Landers really is.
Yeah, this is supposed to open up dialogue stuff, but see this? Can't even put it in. You just can't. Wait, let's check it. Aho!
Craig had his hands on the weapons case. Another potential link to the crime scene.
That it is. Alright, so we finally matched that up. Then there's this. Partial. Can't do anything with it.
We've done all we can do with that item.
Don't rush me.
We've done all we can do with that item. We've done all we can do with that item.
Yeah. I really wish you could just do things like that and it wouldn't give you the dialogue each time. Let's do a quick stop by the morgue. It probably won't do any good, but let's do it anyway.
I don't have anything for you right now.
Didn't think you would. So, let's drop by the motel. Might be fun. You. What time did you get back to the hotel?
I wasn't keeping track. Best guess, 1 a.m., a little after. Call it 5 after.
Alright. Can you prove you were here?
Shouldn't be too hard. There's security cameras in the lobby. Can't you check those out?
That tells us what time you were in the lobby. But what else can you tell us?
Well, I remember I watched a pay-per-view movie last night. That's something the company doesn't pay for, by the way. Gotta cover all incidentals ourselves. Anyway, I've got the receipt right here.
Revenge of the Psycho Blood Mutants. Brass could check that out on the security cam footage.
Alrighty then. How long did you work for Stan?
Since the start of the company, I was the first guy he hired. He could be a tough guy to work for, but we were also friends. Anyway, it was his dough and his contacts in the biz that got the company off the ground. Of course, it was my contribution, my game code, that made the company a player.
Alright. What exactly is your job, even though you just told us you were a coder?
I write the programming code. Back in the early days, programmers like me were God. We designed the games, created the artwork, did all the programming. Only as the industry's grown, it's got more specialized. So my code is still what makes it all happen. I am Gut-Wrench 3.
Alright. When did Craig leave the company?
Well, like I said, leave isn't exactly the word. The dude was canned. And he hasn't been able to land a job ever since. And it's been months. He's living out of his damn car, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Craig didn't mention being fired. You sure he didn't leave on his own?
Dude, I was there. It was a raving blowout between those two. As for what was behind it, well, we were all working on Craig's little game, Fuzzy and Bill. We slaved on it for months and months, and it sold squat. It was total hard drive crash to Craig's ego when Stan pulled the plug on the promised sequel. Canceling the game was a shock, but Craig held on, thinking he could design Gut-Wrench 3. All through development, those two were at each other's throats. And last night, they picked up right where they left off, screaming Match City.
Really? What happened between Craig and Stan last night?
We were at the demo booth, getting it ready, and I took a break. Shouldn't have left those two alone, I guess. I could hear them yelling at each other, really tearing each other bloody gaping new ones.
Any idea why Stan has sting marks on his foot?
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. I do remember Stan bitching about his foot itching. He said he'd got a couple of wasp stings just before he flew out here. Not his weekend, huh?
I guess not. See, we can't take that just yet. So, testimony, programmer alibi. Movie rental receipts. Okay. Gun Club.
So the crime lab's back. I was just thinking about you because our new Gun Club magazine came in, and it's got an article about something you were asking about. Modifying guns? Take one. They're complimentary.
Why, thank you. Magazine article. Make your 45 as sharp as a 22. Really? Now that's something.
I can't think of anything else for you.
Well, I thank you for the magazine. Oh wait, there's still something here apparently. Did I miss something in here? I don't believe I did. There you go. Well, we can push that button again for the fun of it. Oh, cool. We can get a look at that. Good times. Alright. So now there's nothing else